All right, man. I guess that's it. No more music. I just posted my last video of me doing some spriting, and that video got like 30 different copyrights. Yeah, so lesson learned, man. Just guess I can't listen to my music. Rather, you guys can't while I do this. Anywho, for this video, I'll be doing a flip. I already did the other side for the character. This is Afro Samurai. It's for my MUGEN game. And this of course is a character I'm creating. As you can see, I've done the flip. This is what we basically did in the last video. So now I have to do a flip of the front view. So I have to find a smart, quick way to do this, given that my video shuts itself down like an hour in. What is that? Let me take off this first layer. Okay, I think the best way to do this to save time is I do a duplication. I did a duplication of this sprite here, and I guess I'm going to draw over it. That may be faster. Um, let's get into it. I'm going to try my best to draw and talk. It's very difficult because I require my brain to draw. This is a very difficult, very tedious process here, but I'll try my best to be verbal at the same time. So what I'm doing here is I'm just drawing the bottom of his fro in to the best of my ability at the moment. Once this is done, I'm gonna go back, cover up his head. Shouldn't be too difficult, while at the same time keeping things in mind, such as since this is technically the back of his fro, it's not going to be shaped like the front, which means the way the light is hitting it. Keep in mind the only reason that the light stops right here is because it's actually his fro is actually bending in at his forehead, and that's not the case here, given that we have all this negative space here. Also, with this being the bottom of his fro, or below his neck, I think this would be really dark. This would be like, actually, I think this would be black, but I'm not gonna color it black. I'll worry about that in a second. Okay, at the moment, let me focus right now on his fro, please. I didn't mean to do that. I think the fastest way for me to knock this out, I'm actually trying, there we go. So I see I'm actually trying to draw, but it's not giving me the ability to. I think the fastest way for me to do this is just, simply by hand, just sketching it out the best way I know how. I'm very familiar. Actually, I'm too familiar with this afro, given that I've been drawing it for some time, actually. So it shouldn't be difficult for me to, sketch out or properly etch the back of this fro in a way that I think would make sense. I think that'll do it. A second. Okay, that'll do it. All of this is going to be green now. Oh, still adjusting to my Wacom tablet or my bamboo pad. Admittedly, it's been some time since I used it. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna do it. I've already sketched it out. This is gonna save me a lot of time actually. And then just put the green in there. There we go. We got the back of the fro. Now we're gonna move down. Focus on the neck. I'm just gonna go from the top to the bottom here. Try to be as fast as I can with this process, actually. Yeah, I know I'm not really rambling like I usually do. I have to focus. And I don't have the luxury of music. Thanks, YouTube. God dang, YouTube done miss a beat, man. Copyright everything. Dude, you put a jingle in your video and YouTube's gonna copyright it like that. Since this is the back of his neck, it's slightly closer so I can thicken his neck a little bit. I know the Adam's apple and all that stuff is in the way. And also I'm gonna lift his shirt. If you notice the shirt curves, it's concave on the top. I believe it's a term. Was it convex? I think convex is the term I was thinking of. But yeah, since his shirt has a bevel or it curves on the top, I mean, gives me the luxury of not really showing much neck. And here's another point where anatomy kicks in. You have to know anatomy to do certain things like this, like something as simple as drawing the back of a neck. It's very, very difficult for most people because most people don't really know what's in a freaking neck. Keep in mind your spine goes down your neck, and it's going to be a series of bumps all the way down your back and down your torso. Most people don't take that in consideration when they're doing art, but yeah, it's very important detail to remember. Not to the hills that not to be confused with an Adam's apple, that bump on the back of the neck there. But there's definitely a method to my madness here. Sorry, I'm gonna try to pick up the speed a little bit. Going kind of slow by mistake. I tend to do that. Okay. Oh crap. Neck muscles are fine the way they are. Okay. I don't know why my pad is forcing me to curve out like that. It's pissed me off a little bit. Okay. There we go. Keep in mind, I'm drawing in the neck, but I'm still keeping in mind this is the bottom of his fro. Speaking of, I'm gonna go in right here, finish the trim for it. It's very important too. There we go. What's going on here? It's probably from his face. Okay. All right, back to the neck. I'm gonna pull his shirt over here, or rather the collar of his shirt, like so. Yeah, some of the stuff I be hearing, man, just be crazy, dude. Fucking nerve of people. Yeah, you guys don't appreciate or understand how hard it is to hand draw sprites. This is a good example. And I'm not just hand drawing sprites, because clearly my sprites are visually on a level that no other artist in Mugen can reach. So not only are you seeing someone with skill draw sprites, but you're seeing sprites that shouldn't exist. Sprites that most Mugen players and creators can't fathom, man. Like seriously, this is some top notch stuff. There's triple A, and then this is quadruple A. uh, Silly. Yeah, but this is some top shelf stuff, man. People don't understand the luxury of seeing stuff like this. Drives me crazy too, man. I could have released anything. I could have released any of my work to you guys, man. I just wish the community didn't suck. Like I hate I can't stand the Mugen community, man. Like, I know that's rude. Don't consider yourselves as the Mugen community, my viewers. You guys are really, you're part of my community. You're my people. Because you're following my work. You're watching my videos. So you clearly have you have a higher taste for Mugen than most people do. Really, I'm just talking about kids who don't know shit about Mugen. Don't get me wrong, just because a person is young doesn't mean they don't know anything about Mugen. There are some young people out there who have sense too and can see that everything looks bad. I wish I could say I play that politics shit, but I don't, man. I'm sorry too. I just can't. First of all, I'm not kissing somebody's ass, and I've never said I don't like somebody. I don't understand that. How do you not like somebody? They're saying I don't like you is like saying I'm a bitch. It's like it's just words that won't ever come out of my fucking mouth to someone, you know. But that's how certain people work, man. I don't have it in me, man. I just do me. I was raised a certain way. I'm old school, I guess. I was taught to never say anything about somebody unless you could say it to their face, especially another man. You speak to men, man to man, especially if it's something you have a problem about. Okay, this is gonna do it. Like I said, I'm just moving down. Start at the head, keep going. I think this would be thicker right here. Okay, because it was looking uncanny to me, like there was something off with it. 1 second, I'm looking for something. Okay, I found it. Yeah, this his neck was looking off. Can't explain it really. It's just looking off, shape wise. Give a little bit more of an arc to it. Yeah, I've been playing all kinds of games, man. Different types of games. I've been playing this game called Ace. I think Ace 2. It's another century episode. And I've been playing it on an emulator, and I think the emulator I was using was like PSCX or PCSX2 or something like that. But yeah, I've been playing that nonstop. That woof. It's a game. It's a Japanese game, so it's not even released here in the States. So if you can't read Japanese, chances are you're gonna have a hard time playing it. But jeez, man, it makes the stuff we play here in the States look like nothing, dude. Their stuff is looking like Dark Souls, and our stuff is looking like Fisher Price over here. Like a Lego movie version of their stuff, dude. Oh, but I digress. Another Century episode is basically like it's like Gundams. It's like a robot game, and it has like Gundam Wing and G Gundam and just like anything you can really think of is in it. Specifically, part two, part three, I believe strips some of the cool stuff from part two, according to my research. So that's the one that I started playing, part two, and I don't regret it, man. It's got some crazy stuff. Like I can pick like Wing Zero Custom from Gundam Wing, and then I can have like as my buddies, I can have like Heavy Arms and Death Sith. And if you're familiar with Gundam, you should be shitting your pants because those are three of by far the coolest looking Gundams ever created. And then to make it even worse, there's a franchise called G Gundam in another Century episode, which is it looks sick, dude. It looks so crazy. But long story short, I've been indulging. You know, been playing that game nonstop. And I regret nothing. Okay, this is gonna get tricky. No wonder I'm on the wrong tool. I was like, why isn't this drawing? Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. What the? Ah, Sorry, I clicked the wrong tool and it just foo-barred. Basically smudged everything. You know, I'm not worried about this. I'll worry about this in a second. I have to take a step back first and I guess take in visually what I'm doing here. Because this is a back, of course. Most artists have a really, really hard time drawing a back. Fortunately, I know every muscle in the back, so it's not an issue for me. It's just you have to zoom out and step back and take a look at your work to avoid mistakes. All right, I'm gonna zoom out here. Okay, just kind of take this in. Okay, this is of course a flip, so this is mimicking what the chest would look like. And I think the back and the chest are actually fairly simple. The only thing being is there's a strong division in the middle, a lot stronger than you would have with a chest, given the shape of the back. I like to think of, or rather, there's nothing to think of. I know the back and the chest. Actually, the musculature for both are very similar. People don't know this. They think the back and the chest are like totally different. Same with the biceps and the your hammies or your legs. Same with your legs and your arms. They look very similar muscle wise. You ever looked at the back of your leg? Look at here's a good just for you people who don't draw out there. Look at your bicep and then literally look at the back of your thigh or your leg, your hammy, and look at the shape of it. The back of your leg is a giant bicep. I think it's only shaped different like it is because you're always on your legs. So your muscles developed, slightly different. But they're the same thing, dude. They're the exact same thing. And that's always been crazy to me. Just like how interesting and how similar a lot of parts of the anatomy are that people don't really pay attention to. I'm gonna have to draw in these elbows manually. I just noticed that. That should be fun. I know I probably shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, that should be fun. Okay, I'm gonna focus right now on this back though. I think a good division like this is a good idea. I'm gonna shrink this down so I can get the black in here. Okay, yeah, this will work for now. I like that. I like it. So I don't go outside of the lines here. I'm gonna do this. So I'm about to do some heavy cross hatching. Yeah, but I pay very close attention when I do these sprites, man. Like, I'm not one of these other bum ass so-called artists out there who think they know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. Trying to figure out where do I want the shading to stop for his back. Actually, I can leave it like this for now, and then I'll do the crosshatch, and I'll go back later and just simply add in what I need. Sure, this is the right tool. Doesn't feel like the right tool. Okay, that's the right tool. Alright, I'm gonna throw some black in here. Okay, gotta be careful with this. Okay. I love this tool, man. This saves me so much time. Because I know cross hatching. So areas that absolutely need cross hatching, instead of me having to individually do every stroke of the sketching or the lines, I use this tool. I love this tool. Saves me a lot of time so I can, be fast. Hmm. trying to decide if I want his shadow, how much shadow I want on him. Yeah, he didn't need that much shadow. You guys work with me, you'll understand what I'm doing. Just like the last video, like I have a certain way of creating things in here. Very specific. I think there should be black right here. On both, let me do it on both sides. Yeah, I think there should be more black right here. I'm not sure why, but that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, his back. Since technically his back is going to be just one giant crease like this, I'm going to try to flare it out. Yeah, I'm going to try to flare it out like this. See if this works out. Ooh, man, this kind of sucks not having music. Okay. Sure, I probably could listen to music on my headphones. Turn it off for the system. But I'm pretty sure that will ruin any conversation that I will attempt to have with you guys. It will just ruin it because I'm not going to have enough focus to talk and do this at the same time. And I love to talk in these videos because I watch my own videos too. I like to listen to myself. I literally like to hear myself talk. So, it's a little tidbit for you guys out there. I watch my videos. I love watching my videos. I learn from myself. Okay, so back, white, white. This is the swell of his back. Trying to figure out how would the light hit. I keep picking the wrong freaking tool here. Okay, how would the light hit his back? In this case. Maybe here. About right here it'd be darker. Maybe here too. Yeah, that works. Sorry, adjusting my thing here. Okay. Maybe a little bit more shading here. Okay. I'm gonna go along the bottom. Just a little bit more shading. And I'm gonna go around the bottom here. Okay. Don't worry about that. I don't care about that. So I'll be throwing some black in here really soon. Okay. Focus is the filling. I need the filling. Plus I got that's what the undo is for, really. If I make too big of a mistake, I could just undo it. Function you don't have on a piece of paper, by the way. It's a good thing I'm not sketching this on paper, huh? Alright, let's shrink this down. Okay, so far so good, man. Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay. Alright, so we got the back now. Okay. It's crazy, right? Where would the wrinkles be for this? The creases are coming out from the swell of his back. I think it would wrinkle up more like this. You know? Well, you don't know. I barely know. Yeah, I think it would wrinkle like that. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Maybe some light right here. It's looking kind of jank. Yeah, let's find a way to put light in here. Okay, kill some of that jank. That's right here. I don't like jank. Okay. Much better. And then follow through. Boom. Okay. Just enough to let you know he's getting hit by light right there too. Maybe too much light actually. I don't like that. It's too much light. Let's keep it that way. Yeah, that's fine the way it is. You'll be alright. But what I can do here, just for I guess visual sake, is I definitely want more black right here, like this, and I want more black here, like this. And if I need it clean and sharp, like a spike of it. Okay, I like that. That's way better. Okay. I can feel like if it's off or something, I can feel it. I know it'll. I can feel like the jank. I hate janky art. I don't like when the art mix matches, and I just know. I just freaking know, man. Speaking of fro, you got a giant fro. I don't think the light. I don't think the light would be hitting. Oh, let me hit shift. I don't think the light would be hitting like this. I think the light would. I want it sharp too. I'm just gonna put a sharp shadow right here. This is what I think it will look like, actually. Okay, it may be a bit dark. Yeah, it's a little dark, but whatever. That's what I think it will look like underneath. Oh, man, you see this artifacting in here? I hate that. That's why I don't use these tools too much, because these tools cause anomalies like this. I hate anomalies. That I'm not a fan of these anomalies, man. Because artifacting isn't a joke. It's so difficult to clean it out if you don't catch it the first time it happens. And it happens for the dumbest reasons. Something like trying to use a tool for a shortcut. It'll screw your art piece. Big time. Alright, so I gotta get back to work. I was thinking about putting color on the back of his neck or something, but shadow. It's just a bunch of shadow right there, y'all. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that looks good to me. I'm going to try to match it up though. It's not really, I don't think it's really matching. So I'm going to do something here to help me out. Just to, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Sprinkle some shading here. Some ink splotching. So that it matches up properly. Okay. I don't think the neck. Yeah. Neck doesn't require it just because of the placement. Or rather where I'm putting these. I could use two. Okay. Beautiful. All right, let's stop stopping. Let's move down. Let's keep going. Okay, next is his arm. Let's do his arm. I think I can knock out one, and then it'll is because it's symmetrical, so Shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to knock out one and then worry about the other one afterwards. I think I have a good idea for this too. I'm going to just draw it out. When in doubt, draw it out. Okay, we have an elbow. This elbow will be about right here. It'll be lower. Definitely be lower. Bottom of the elbow. Again, I know anatomy. And I know it well. Okay, it'd be like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And then this, I'll probably reshape. There's no probably. I will reshape this. This won't even be here. You'll understand where I'm coming from in a second. That won't be there. This lump right here. That's not a thing. Okay, elbow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine the way it is. And this will have more of a slope down like that. I think it's fine. I'm gonna grab this tool. Crap, I just misplaced one of my tools over here. Alright, okay. Sorry about that. It took a second to figure out what tool I want to use. I got it. I'm just gonna slightly trim his arm right here. Like so. Just to get the shape that I want for it. And then I'll focus on the inner elbow. Okay. Now, let's focus on the inside. I'm definitely gonna have to manually draw. I didn't mean to do that right there, but whatever. I'm gonna have to manually draw the inside of his arm here. That's the fun part of doing this. Okay, you have his elbow. A few creases for the wrinkling of the elbow. And then, yeah, his arm will go straight up like that. Perfect, that's fine. And then the light wouldn't hit it like this. His arm would actually slam into the shirt. Yeah, there's no room for that shading. And that's fine. Okay. Okay. This color-wise, I think I didn't mean to do that. I think the proper color for this, if I can highlight it. Okay, the proper color is the inner elbow color. Yeah, I can use that. Even though actually this lighting wouldn't be here, to be honest. I think actually yeah, it would. It'd be light right there. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really have much to like ramble about. I did all my rambling in the last video. Just the sheer audacity, the nerve of motherfuckers to tell me that I'm not hand drawing my sprites. Not only does that show that you don't know shit about art, you have no idea what you're looking at. Like my art is so sharp, so professional, so pristine that your little ass brain can't fathom art being so well made. Like Jesus, like you're so used to consuming the garbage that the Mugen community has been spoon feeding you that when you see an actual artist who can actually draw come along, you just don't want to accept it mentally. It's kind of pathetic. It's kind of sad. But you know how it goes, man. It is what it is. You know what I think? I think he needs like a inner bicep. He needs an inner bicep. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna draw it in. Yeah, I think this looks cooler. Just a little bit, just a little something in the inside of his arm. Makes sense to me. He's a pretty real thin guy. He's not really big, but he's got some muscle. He's got some muscle. Skinny strong. Okay. Back of the arm. We got the elbow. Okay. We got the outer part of his arm. I'm going to trim this because this is bothering me. Okay. So we have his elbow, his outer arm, the inside of his arm. Looks good. Okay. Shit, I didn't mean to. Pardon my French. Okay. His inner arm. There could be more muscle in here. 1 second, y'all. My bad. There's more protrusion. You can put more protrusion right here on the inside of his arm. Just right here. Just a little more meat on the inside of his forearm. Pause. Alright, yeah, it makes more sense for him to have a little bit of, a little bit of something over here. Hopefully it'll check out with you. You'll mentally register it once it's done. You're like, oh, okay, I get it. Then I'll go back later, do a little bit of shading, some cross hatching or whatever, just to help me out here. Okay, that's fine. I think this is much better. I'm not even worried about the coloring or whatever. This is the last of my worries right now. My worries at the moment is making sure the anatomy is proper. Boom. Boom. Okay. I feel like this makes more sense. Trying to be careful with this lighting. I feel like that makes way more sense. Maybe something. You can tell if like your eyes, if like you look at something and your eyes are like, that feels off, then it's probably off, y'all. It's probably off. Your brain doesn't like make up stuff. It's going to, if your brain is supposed to register something as what it is, it'll register it. If it's not, then it's going to be like, hey, wait a second, yo. 'Cause that's how the brain works. You see something and then you process it. Like I'm seeing the color green, I register it and I call it the color green. Same with everything else. You're seeing a person's elbow, you see it and you should register it as someone's elbow. If you don't, then mistakes were made. Speaking of mistakes being made, and this is pretty much for me, certain parts are like trial and error for me. Because I focus on like accuracy when I do this, but at the same time I want it to look cool. I feel like this isn't shaped correct. I feel like I should drop it a little bit. Don't worry, I'm spending this extra time on this elbow for a reason, only because I don't have to draw this twice. You'll see what I mean when I get to the other elbow. And I give that more of a drop. That feels a lot better than the other. Shadow. This has big shadow on the inside. I haven't even cross hatched it, because this isn't this is an elbow, so it has to feel like it's an elbow. Looking for my tool over here. Okay, but this right here, big feel, much better than what I was feeling earlier. That's another thing people take for granted too. The black outline is very important to use. Something as simple as making it thick or thin in the wrong place can destroy whatever you're trying to do. artistically, of course. All right, it looks good. I'm let's do some cross hatching. Do this so I can keep it neat. No, I wonder why I was highlighting the gray. That was weird. All right, let's get the tool. That size is a little too big for me. Maybe this will work. Let's try it. Just screw it. That'll work, man. I don't really feel like being picky. Yeah, that'll do for now. Yeah, I can deal with this. That's legit. Okay, none of this needs cross hatching, man. None of it. Yeah, none of that needs cross hatching. Just likewise, you gotta respect. You have to respect the light. You disrespect the light, you're gonna risk ruining what you're making here. That's a secondary light, but it comes from the inside of the arm. I was trying to match it. Keep in mind, I gotta flip his hand too. That's a big thing too. That hand is kind of destroying it prospectively. It's making you think that the hand is, or rather the arm is still forward. It's because your eyes can't adjust to what it's looking at. You still see that hand from this angle, and that's what's most important for you when registering what you're looking at. Okay, it's crazy how simple that was, huh? All right, let's get this in here. Okay. Scratching my nose. It's itchy. Speaking of, I need to go take a shower. Like right now. I was thinking about getting drunk. Oh no. Actually, I'm tired. Getting drunk is overrated, man. I get tired of it. Super overrated. Explains why I don't do it too much. Okay, that works. Backhand. Fingers are still fine. I could actually angle the fingers a little bit. Like this. This could just be a finger on its own. Just to give it a little bit of a break. Yeah, that could be a finger on its own. I don't mind that. They can align a little bit. Keep in mind, this is the other side of the hand. You're not looking at what you was looking at previously. So there will be minor differences. Okay, this works. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, got the inside of the hand, the arm. I said I was gonna get rid of this sword. I wasn't joking. I'm gonna have to remake this sword. So just for now, I'm gonna delete this mother. I also noticed from the front view, you can see the inside of the shirt, but this isn't the front, is it? Which means I'm gonna have to tweak this shirt so that you're not viewing the same angle as what you've been seeing. And actually, I think I can do that now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. So this is supposed to be the back side of the shirt, right? When you're viewing it from the front. But since we're from the front, this is actually going to be the front now. So I'm going to invert it by doing some simple shading. And if this works out, I should successfully flip this without any major hiccups. Alright, throw some color on here, and see what we can do. Alright, let me thicken that. This should be a smooth flip. Shouldn't have any issues here. Okay. Looks like mission complete. Throw a little bit of color in it. Not color, but what am I talking about? Throw a little bit of shadow or shading. A little bit of shading in it. That's what I meant. Don't worry, I'll sharpen it up. I have to convert later. I have to convert this stuff to MUGEN. And MUGEN's not good at reading color at all. It'll wipe your stuff if you don't keep your stuff limited. So I do have to be mindful with my gradients, because most of the time it's not going to register anyway. There you go. It's a smooth flip. Let me see if I can get some black in here. It's the offset, the jank that I am feeling right now. Okay. I know I still have to trim it. Just right now I'm trying to get my ink splatters in here. It's very important for the feel. For the ink splotches or whatever you guys want to call it. Let's turn the opacity all the way up so I get a nice thick trim. Because as we know, this is the bottom or the more shadowed portion of the shirt. So I can afford thicker lines on the inside. Alright, it works. Works for me. Alright, let's just eyeballing it. Stands out slightly. I know it's making it stand out, but I don't really care enough. You know, I'm gonna do it. Whatever. I don't want to be lazy. Alright, I'm gonna fill it in. Screw it. I was gonna be like, I don't care. Let's just keep going, but it only takes a second to do this. You'll get where I'm coming from once I do it. Cross hatching. Needs cross hatching. Just a little bit though. Just enough to not hurt it, while also just enough to change it. Okay, just as expected, the video stopped at like 48 minutes, so I missed some of the stuff I was doing. Sorry, I couldn't catch it. I never do. It doesn't warn me when the video stops. But I think I was on his elbow, his right elbow. I took the elbow and I copied it, and I threw it over on the other side with a flip, and then I proceeded to draw in his butt. His butt's done. I'm kind of happy though, because I didn't want to, spend most of my video working on this dude's butt. And then I went down and I proceeded to put in the lighting for his calves, like I brought up earlier. So his calves are done now. And kind of wish you could see the calf part. It's very interesting. Me talking through it. But yeah, his backside is mostly complete. So I'm just gonna move forward and get his feet done. I think the video's been roughly an hour, so making good time here with this sprite. This is of course a sprite flip. Yes, it usually takes me this long just to do one sprite, so I don't know. Hopefully you guys appreciate how difficult it is. Screw appreciating it. Hopefully you guys understand now how difficult a process it is for me to do each sprite for my characters. It's very hard work. And then I'm not one of these generic other spriters out there, you know. I'm an expert spriter, and it takes a lot of time for me to produce for this, as you can see, which is why I take pride in what I do, because most people don't have the energy, most people don't have the focus, most people don't have the talent to produce like what I'm producing right now, which explains why I'm so proud and so, for lack of a better term, why I'm so arrogant, because this isn't easy work by any stretch. If it were, you'd see more of it from other people. Let's be honest, nobody's making work like mine because they can't. I'm truly one of a kind. God, I can't wait until I get all these characters done, man. It's just gonna be like, and it floods in on me too. Usually I don't appreciate or feel like my how hard my work is until I actually play, until I'm actually playing with my work. When my character's actually animated, that's when I usually feel it, when it hits me. Like, I won't lie, every time I load up Mugen, every time I see that cloud in action, dude, like, I get giddy. Even in like the character select screen, I get really giddy. Like, oh my god, what is this? Like, you know, and the art just blows. It blows my mind every time I see it. It's pretty crazy. I'm very appreciative. But I can feel it, man. Like, when I'm playing, I can feel my hard work. I can feel everything. I'm familiar with every line, every color. Everything's just familiar to me. So it makes me happy to see everything coming together. This is truly a remarkable project here that I'm working on. Saying it's underrated that would be the world's biggest understatement, to be honest. I like this light. I'm taking that. But hey, man, like, I want people to alienate me. I want people to not appreciate what I'm doing. I want people to put me on the back burner, not pay attention to how hard I work, how far ahead of every other creator I am. I want people to undermine, because I don't know a nice way to say it, because I can laugh at them. When I load this up and look at my work, I'm literally laughing at them. I say it all the time, man. Like, the people, specifically the people who talk shit to me, or try to fuck me over or downgrade how hard I'm working. Like, when they download anything I've released in the past, they're kissing my ass. They're all kissing my ass. So, in the end, I win, because not you, but those pathetic losers, they download my character and they're playing with my character. You They have to take what they can get, but me, I don't have to do that shit. I produce, I create, I can just make what I want, which I'm extremely proud, extremely happy about. If I want something, I'll just make it. Like, can nobody can make what I make? Nobody can make my work. Are you crazy? you know, like, I can't go on the internet and download my work somewhere. I can only get work like this from me. Which I don't know, I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate having my skill, because I know it doesn't grow on trees. And for the people who don't appreciate my work and don't see that stuff like this does not grow on trees, you're just fucked. You're just fucked. You're stuck. You're stuck downloading shitty ass, outdated, recycled Mugen. The same old 2D characters from years ago. And you can't do anything about it because you have no talent. You piece of shit. And the people who follow me, people who are watching my work, people who are showing appreciation for me, what do they get? They have a bevy. No, they have a plethora of different videos showcasing some of the most fire Mugen characters and some of the most fire Mugen work, period. That's what you guys get. You guys get the knowledge. You guys aren't in the dark like everyone else. You're not trapped with shitty Mugen downloads. You get to enjoy the benefits of knowing that this program is capable of creating very high tier work, far above AAA 2D games. AAA 2D games they're still trying to do the 2.5D garbage, man. They're so they're so lazy. They're so lazy, dude. Don't consume that garbage, man. It's lazy garbage. They literally they make one model. They're making one model and then they're just moving it. That's it. That's it. They only have to make that one model and they get millions of dollars for it. Like are you crazy? I don't want lazy garbage. It doesn't even feel like that shit doesn't feel like anime. That it doesn't feel like animation it doesn't feel like animation. It doesn't. The jank is clear. Like the moment you see one of those sprites, you know what it is, you know? It's jank. It's jank. I saw that the new Guilty Gear trailer, whatever the new Guilty Gear is called. I was watching that. And the moment that trailer popped up, I was like, what the hell? Cause I could feel it. I could feel the sharp, jagged polygonal. I could feel the edges of every polygon of those models they're using, man. It hits me like a brick wall. I can't stand it. It's jarring. I feel it. It utterly pisses me off, man. And it's crazy. They've been using those 2.5D models for a long time now, but the programming has been symmetrical. How do you do that? Why are you're using a model but you're symmetrically programming everything? It doesn't, to me it doesn't compute. Like I can't fathom the laziness required to produce work that crappy. You know, like to use crap, this is very difficult to explain, but to use a 2.5D sprite and have the programming be symmetrical, to me, it makes no sense. My brain can't process it. And the only reason my brain can't process it is because you're literally just shifting and moving a model. It's a model. In order for you to symmetrically program a model that you're moving, you have to put forth effort to screw it up. You know, you literally have to program. I don't want to see the other side of the model, and it bothers me, man. It's like for me, it's jarring. It's really jarring. My bad. I need to focus. I need to stop talking and pay attention to what I'm doing here because I think I just made a mistake. Yeah, I did. I just made a mistake and wasn't even paying attention to it because I'm trying to talk. But yeah, 2.5D models to me are horrid. They're terrible. They're the laziest shit ever. And what scares me is those models are getting to a point where they're just devolving, or rather, they're evolving into doing just hand drawn 2D work. It's gonna be I'm telling you, after a while, it's just gonna be 2D, just hand drawn work. Because think about it, they're just shifting the model, right? And in order for that model to actually look like real 2D real traditional hand drawn stuff, they're gonna have to put frames into a model, which means they're gonna have to switch the model for damn near every movement it makes. And think about it. What are you doing in that case? You're just drawing frame after frame after frame. You know, it's defeating the purpose after at a certain point. So long story short, they're getting to a point where it's no longer 3D models. It's not 2.5D. They're literally just drawing frames for something that's 3D, which for me is stupid. I think it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. Just draw the frames. Stop being fucking lazy and looking for a shortcut, AAA producers, and just draw the goddamn frames. You know, because you're going in a circle. You're literally going back to drawing the frames with the method you're trying to use as a shortcut. You're ultimately discovering that your shortcut, and I'm doing this with rabbit ears or quotations, it's not a shortcut. It never was a shortcut. You're just making more work for yourself in the long run. Just pay the artist, have the artist draw out the goddamn frames. Because nothing's changed. You're doing the same thing. You're just using models. And your attempt to use those models as a shortcut, really you just fell flat on your face, to be honest. Because it's not working. It's really not working. Right now you're suffering the issue of just having jank. Those 2.5D models are so janky. They're painfully janky. And there's nothing they can do to fix that. Literally, the only way for them to take the jank out of those models is to is to hand draw each frame. They're gonna have to have a new model for every movement that the character does in order to mimic traditional hand drawn work. And like I just said, as a broken record, you're you're going in a circle. You're doing the same thing over and over, like my talking just now. This does it. I like this. This does it, man. That's it. I believe this is it. A little more line work. Need a little more line work, but for the most part, this is it. I think I have the look I want. Where would the shading be? I think the shading will go from the toes, like this. And if I were to shade the back of his leg here, actually I wouldn't touch that. I like that. This I can shade though. That, of course, the back of his foot too. But this I can definitely put something here. Maybe this. That looks like garbage. Looks like hair. All right, let's go traditional with this because it's not looking right. I'll go old school with the cross hatching here. Just give me a second. Work with me. Okay, big change. It's crazy, man. Like I've been drawing. Oh, fuck. I've been drawing for so long that when I see anything else that's 2D period, I can immediately spot what's wrong with it. And I'm telling you guys, this 2.5D craze that these AAA titles are trying to get you guys hooked on, it's not gonna work out. It's just not, because they're trying to push the medium, they're trying to make the medium something else, but it's not turning into something else. It's going in a giant circle, because the more they produce these 2.5D models, the more you see they have to add frames, and they have to adjust it, and they have to do traditional 2D things too. And they're just defeating the purpose of the freaking models. Admittedly, this felt like something else, but all of this is one thing. I know this felt like something else. Like maybe from the back of the foot you could see the front or something. If that made sense. But that's what it, yeah. I'm sure that's what that felt like. That's not what I was trying to do though. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Alright, foot's done. I'm gonna go over here. And again, because it's symmetrical, I'm gonna clear this. Try to keep in mind the front of the foot is going to be bigger than the back of the foot. You know what I'm saying? So like with that in mind, I guess before I put this over there, let me make a quick tweak that I need to do, because this is where it would stop. Yeah, it'd be right here, like that. I don't even care about the straight lines there. Doesn't matter. You'll get where I'm coming from in a second. This I could lift a little bit. Whew, I bet it's hard watching me do this. You, whew, bet you guys are like, what is because you don't understand what you're looking at, really. You gotta, at certain points, you guys gotta trust me to do this, to do it right. Just trust me. Trust my judgment. I promise I'll guide you. I'll take you in the right direction. I'll get you guys where you need to, or rather to a point where you understand what you're seeing. It's gonna bevel up a little bit because this is it's still the bottom of a foot. It probably made no sense to you guys, but it has to bevel up a little. Yeah, I need that bevel up. It's still the bottom of a foot, but it's in front. It's in front of his heel. Shit, I didn't mean to do that though. How about this? So it's cleaner. I don't have to worry about my tablet acting up on me like it's been doing. Pissed me off a little bit. Okay. Alright, there should be no hiccups with this now. There we go. Well, hopefully you understand like the method to what I just did. I need that I need to move up a little bit like that. Because you're looking at the heel. And it should be slightly, not only slightly thicker, but it should also be, shouldn't be as wide. You know, because you're looking at the back of his foot, not the front. So a little bit more thickness and slightly wider, like that. Trust me, I can feel. I want jagged. I want to be a little jagged on the end. Okay, I can feel it. I can feel the difference. So you guys might not be tracking what I'm saying, but you can always trust me to do this right. I think that's it. That's what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna end the video because it's been well over an hour, and I gotta throw all this stuff together. That, and I don't want to spend all night working on this. This is Afro. My current project is actually guts. I want to give some attention to my guts too. But this is just for somebody. Somebody requested. It was like, hey man, like I want to see some Afro Samurai. I love Afro Samurai. I wanna see it or something to that extent. And because they were vocal about it, you know, they had the nerve to speak up. I'm just following through. I don't want to let that person down. I want them to see basically what they're subscribed or whatever to see. If they're subscribed, I don't know. I'm assuming they are because I don't know. They seem cool. They seem like they will subscribe. Like, you know, they seem like the type of person that would be checking for me or have my back. Okay, there we go. Afro spent an entire hour drawing the flip for this. Don't worry, I'm about to do a flip in a second. Okay, there's the front, and here's the back. Again, front, back. And as you can see, it is a perfect flip. Everything has been taken in consideration. Let me scroll down a little, show you the legs here. So you see front, back, front, back. Now there you go. It's part of my 360 rotation for Afro. Last video, I think we actually completed this front view for the character. And also, aside from the front view, we also did the asymmetrical, the other side for the regular stance or the side view. And now we have just completed the back for the character. And it seemed I hope it seemed pretty easy or pretty simple. There you go. Like, I don't know what else to do, man. I don't know how else to show you guys that I hand draw all of my work. You just have to believe that I'm a super artist, or you cannot accept it. I don't know. At the end of all of this, um, it's my MUGEN work. I'm going to get it done, and if you hate, you're gonna fuck yourselves out of the opportunity to receive anything from me. And I don't know. I wouldn't do that to myself. Fam, if you're watching this video, what up, fam? Love you, dog. My little brother, man. For everybody else, have a nice day. God bless everybody. Be safe. Deuces.